who's going to take us up to the break. Ming loves bacon, unicorns, and a good story. Ming is a regular contributor to 6PR, and she is leading the charge with conversations on diversity and social change. And Ming's story is called Australian Made. Please welcome Ming Johanson.
Hey, my name's Ming Johanson. I'm half Chinese, half Swedish, but I'm Australian made. This became a way I would introduce myself in parties, at events, at networking events, because it was my way of controlling the conversation to stop people from asking me where I was from. Where are you from? Australia, mate. Where are you really from? Still Australia. but where are you really from? Well, last time I checked, Australia. Says on my birth certificate, Australia. Oh no, but where are your parents from? Right, okay, yeah. Let's answer that question a bit differently. So, my father is Australian, he's 5th-generation Australian. My mother is Indonesian Chinese, but she's grown up in Australia since she was 12 years old. Let's be a little bit more confusing. Let's go a bit deeper there. My grandfather, my great-grandfather, is Swedish. He jumped ship in Sydney and was a stowaway. He was an illegal immigrant. Yes. He also got in prison during World War II for being Swedish, and that was while my grandfather was fighting in the Australian Navy and also building all the slipways on the east coast of Australia. I'm really Australian! But people look at me and I look a little bit different. And so often, almost weekly, I get asked, where are you from? A better way to ask that question would be, what is your cultural background? Otherwise, the other way, where are you from? Oh no, where are you really from? Because the first thing that I said wasn't actually accurate. Yeah. So, when I was growing up, I had racism. Yay! Racism. We don't really talk about racism that way. So I had racism from both sides. I had the Asian kids who were like, you're not one of us. You're a half-breed. And I had the white kids who were like, you're not one of us. You're Asian. I can't win this argument. Make no choice in this. I'm just the sex trophy at the end. Growing up, what that actually meant was I got my sense of identity a lot quicker than most people. I'm a very determined, singular being, and I am very, very unique. I'm a little bit eccentric, got a bit of nuts sprinkled in, and I'm not very normal. What then became a little bit worse as I got older was I would have a conversation with my father. I had a new boyfriend, he was quite cute, he was from Singapore. Oh no, you can't date him. Sorry, what? Can't date him, he's Asian. Run that one by me. No, you can't take him, he's Asian. He'll send you our genetic lineage backwards. He said this while my mother was sitting next to him. Now that's not actually acceptable for a young mind. Me then started totally, completely rejecting half of me. I would then say, oh yeah, no, I'm not really Asian. I didn't really get the Asian gene with math. I am terrible with money. I'm way more of a Swedish person with money. I just go in like a Viking and spend money on everything. I'm really good at IKEA furniture. Be careful what you say. The language can shape what your children are going to believe later on. You know, for years and years and years, I believed that half of me was irrelevant. Half of me was inferior. Not only doing that, my mother was inferior. Because she did nothing to argue that point at all. She did nothing to say, hang on a second, that's all right. And it took me years to figure out that that wasn't okay. I I am who I am. I love who I am. I'm pretty freaking hot. And I'm Australian made. I've just got a few